guard, J.W. Miller, wins.
Did you know that there was a racetrack that sits in between Canada and Michigan? If you didn't, then you don't know about Belle Isle. This is a track that is home of open wheel racing and usually IMSA cars. Tonight, for the second time in league history, it is home to truck racing from the Great Lakes Sim Racing Black Horizon Truck Series season as we welcome you in to Detroit's Belle Isle and the WhoBats Grand Prix. It is round number 7, I believe, of the season. We're good. As we get you ready for this 2.35 mile course where temperature is 96 degrees. Yeah, it feels like that here in Florida or in Georgia too, but except that's a track temp. It's actually 76. Ambient there in Detroit, just outside. Again, the Detroit area on Belle Isle. We get you set for racing, and we get you set for some hopefully good stuff coming up here in just a few minutes. The winner gets to dive virtually into that fountain right there. And, yeah, we'll see how that all transpires. Let's take a look at the points through the website here at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Alex Cummings has a 165-point lead, or 166 actually, over Jason Dalton. Matt Telder is in third. Drayton Cook, Brandon Alphin, your top 5. Bonder and Casey Duncan. Sam Fontaine, Cedric Ingram, and Nadine Machine there in the top 10. As you see, Tim Abril is back this week after missing a couple of races. He is still right there in contention. I didn't think he would be, but he is still there. Robert Lukens, Brian Sutphin, Blaine Sparling, Luke Knupp, Cam Ingram, all these guys within 30 points, or I should say actually 60 points of the top 10. So plenty of things to be gained when it's all said and done here this evening. But first, you got to survive this race, and you got to survive a hairpin or a right-hander in turn 3 that comes off a long straightaway where we're likely to see a wreck. We've got a section of the track called the Fountain, which is right there. Well, it was to the right there on the screen, where pretty much only fits one car through there at a time. So that's going to be kind of a interesting one, if you will. And yeah, and then there's a couple of right-handers. I keep saying one to say hairpin, but it's not really a hairpin like Long Beach. But needless to say, we're going to have some very interesting racing here this evening. I've already heard people say, why are we racing here and stuff like that? Because it's fun. The first time we were here, we had a finish that I never thought we would have when J.W. Miller and William Calhoun spun each other out and came back from 3rd and 4th position respectively and won the race. J.W. won it. William finished 2nd. That night. So could we see an encore? As you see the sun change, that means the cars are gridding, and we'll get you ready for the race. Forgive my sound tonight. I am raspy a little bit here. I had a long day out in the 90-something degree weather, actually delivered packages today. So yes, I'm tired, but as I said, I don't make excuses. I come out here to do what I got to do, and that's what we're going to do tonight is enjoy some racing here and go from there. So tonight, 30 laps of racing. We will have a competition caution at lap number 15. So with that said, let's take you down to the grid and see the starting lineup. The fastest man in practice is on the pole tonight. That is Sam Fontaine, 135.410. He'll start on the pole. Luke Daniels, the Texas driver who's got a lot of open wheel laps in the Lionheart Series. He'll start there in P2. Brandon Alphin, Luke Knupp there in row number 2. Blaine Sparling, Alex Cummings. Can he do the road course thing? We'll find out. He was the guest this week on the Here for the GLSR podcast. Sammy B, he's a sleeper on these road courses now. Jonathan Tuckness there, the Darlington winner in 8th. The Dean Machine, he'll start 9th alongside Jason Dalton. The reason why you're not seeing the trucks is they're actually back on the back straightaway. Oh, by the way, Row number 6 is where you'll see Justin Bondurant, last week's winner from Kentucky. He'll start alongside Matt Telder. Row number 7 is where you'll see the Warrens brothers, 13th and 14th. Jeremy Ferrer, Brian Sutphin in row 8. Josh Gagnon and Tim Abril in row number 9. There's Mike Robinson. He could be a sleeper tonight on this course with Chris Evans there in 20th. Peyton Johnson, Drayton Cook in row number 11. Row 12, Sean Peachin, who going to be pretty disappointed with that run, I would think, with Robert Lukens. Sean's actually one that could win this race. Tyler Brewer, Cam Ingram, row 13, row 14, Travis Icavacci, and Casey Duncan, who is going to probably be the tortoise in the race tonight, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Dylan Glass, the 29th and final starter. As I mentioned, will be a short grid lap. There's the pace car pulling in. Sam Fontaine and Luke Daniels going to lead them to the green flag as they go through the final kink here. And to the start-finish line, there it is in the air. Second time ever, the truck's at Belle Isle. They made it through turn 1 and 2, and this is that turn 3 section I talked about. Long straightaway, longest straightaway on the track, and in a right-handed 90-degree corner. Everybody, so far, so good. Giving each other room. 3 wide, that's not good. Sean Peachin making some moves early. Everybody made it. They've had tons of practice around here, so Robert Lukens took his truck to pit road. Not sure what that was about. Down into the fountain section. This is that area right here. You do not want to be side by side through here. Through the couple of left-handers here and then into the right-hander. And then a couple of kinks that you actually got to slow down to third and second gear right up there. And takes you back to the front straightaway. As Fontaine looking pretty solid so far. As he's going to lead lap 1. Luke Knupp up to second already. Luke Daniels, Brandon Alphin, and Tuckness up to the top 5 already. And I'll be dadgum. No wrecks on the first lap so far. And the man on a mission, oh, by the way, is this guy. Up 9 spots in the first lap of this race. Giddy up, son. Hey, I guess I help if you can hear the trucks, huh? Oh, and then he gets loose there, so. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Shoot, sorry, guys. Get out of the way. There we go. Yes, I know the music is playing. I apologize. I've set up this new, I'm actually going with the game capture now. And because of that, I'm actually able to put my OBS right in front of me on the screen. So I can see everything going on, make sure audio's good. The pictures, which, yes, thank you, Anthony. I had it beside me a little bit ago. A couple issues so far. It looks like Cam Ingram is gone for a spin. I also saw issues for Bondurant, I think. So it looks like he had some issues, and Bob Lukens there. Yep, Robert's got some front end damage, unfortunately. So a couple of little hiccups there so far at the start of this race. Two laps into uh-oh. Christopher Dean has spun it over here. This is the turn 13 area, I think. I would probably wait for everybody to clear through. He's going to try to back it up. And gets a go. That was close. Let's take a look at a couple of replays here. What's happened? So there will be a comp caution at lap 15 in the race. That's a tradition of the series to let everybody pit. And don't be surprised you see people doing the short pit thing. See, Dean goes into the right-hander. It's okay there. Oh, maybe a little braking issue there, I would say. But he goes loop-de-loo there in the corner. Let's see what happened to Cam real quick. Television street circuits are weird. Oh, Cam locks it up to get off Evans. Kind of a classy move on his part, but backs it into the wall there. So that's just what's happened so far. Yeah, Tellner in running street courses is, I don't even know what the best comparison would be. Well, 7/10 of a second right now. As we look at Alex Cummings here, our points leader. Mr. Quiet One, let's ride a lap. Oh, little wheel hop there. You heard that. You want to kind of hit that curve, let the truck turn. Then you come down to turn 4. I actually just ran this course recently in an open wheel car, so I've got some experience at it. Did I do any good? Somewhat. Left-hander here is very tight, especially this wall comes up right there. And then here's the very misleading corner. It's uphill. You turn, but watch how you sweep all the way out right here. And then you head down this curvy straightaway, which is the back straightaway, down towards the fountain section of the track. Which is a right-hander right here. Want to clip that curve again to get the corner. And then a series of lefts. And look how tight it is right there. Yeah, you do not want to go side by side there. A couple lefts and a right, and then a series of right-handed corners. Jason Dalton in trouble. Falling back to 15th there behind Tim Averill in the 3 truck. Let's see what happened with him. Virginia driver heading up the back straightaway, it looks like, down towards the fountain. Right behind the 1 truck is Sean Peachin, goes in the corner, hits that curve. Oh, back end just comes around and, oh, that is, no, he gets clobbered by, I couldn't tell who that was. Might have been Sparling. It wasn't Barnes, because Barnes is in a Dr. Pepper truck tonight, or a Dr. Pepper colored Black Horizon Brewery truck. Or maybe it was that truck right there, the Strada truck. Could have been Averill. Averill's got damage everywhere right now. Oh, Tyler Brewer with issues. He's gone around here on the straightaway here off turn 2. And we're trying to catch up with the action here, boys. All right, so let's check back here at the front. There is the lead right now. It's 9/10. It has not really gone away. I expected this race, and I said it during the podcast. I didn't expect this to be a stretched-out race. I expected to see a group of people together, and you got the top 4 within 4 seconds of each other right now. And you got a battle here for the 5th position. Alex Cummings and Jonathan Tuckness here. Alex has got to be very careful. He's got to be very patient here. Because there's not many places to pass. Lane Sparling, good road racer there. 7th position. Sammy B right there behind him in 8th. Maybe an over-under move coming from Cummings. We'll see if he even knows what that is. And I mean that in a nice way. Oh, overshot in the corner. That's the mistake right there. Here comes Alex. Crossover coming right here. Yep. Got a couple switchbacks here, a couple lefts, and then another switchback here that'll give Tuckness the groove. Maybe a crossover again. Nope. Well, that just said the whole side-by-side through the fountain section just went bye-bye on me. Uh-oh, Josh Gagnon in trouble. Looks like Chris Evans in trouble. Here's Evans, and Gagnon's gotten it straight. Good for them. Back to this battle that's going on. As Jeremy Freer has spun the Reese's truck around. Actually, it looks like he overshot the right-hander out of the fountain. This battle here is getting good. Got a couple of good battles. Uh-oh, Cam Ingram in trouble. But we're going to stick on this battle right here. Evans on pit road as we hit the lap 6 mark. And they say you can't run these trucks here, huh? Oh! Alex almost lost it. The points leader almost threw it away. Look at Sammy B. He's gone around Cummings there for the 7th spot. And yes, you will notice I've kind of gone back to the old ticker that we used to have. I tried that new one out, and unfortunately I had too many flaws. I just could not figure it out, so I went back to the old one and added the spicy numbers to it. So I do appreciate SDK Gaming for allowing me all the different options. Appreciate TrackCams22.com. Of course, their cameras are what you're seeing tonight here on the track. You can check them out on Facebook, on iRacing, and also in the website, TrackCams22.com. Hopefully had a chance to play fantasy racing as Jeremy Frere's had more issues. And he's still having issues. But, going to say, oh, Dalton off the pace again. But I was going to say, you can check out TrackCams22.com for that. And also check out GreatLakesSimRacing.com if you haven't had a chance to play fantasy racing online. You can do so when your chance to win a cool prize like the Buttkicker and also a Gamer's Pass for Major's Garage. All right, so Fontaine's lead still, actually it's grown a little bit, down to 1.9 seconds. Luke Knupp has another Luke on his tail. We got the battle of the Lukes here for 2nd and 3rd. We got Tuckness, who's trying to hold off Blaine Sparling now. Sammy B's right behind him, trying to hold off Alex Cummings. So we got a 4-truck battle here for 5th through 8th. And right behind Alex Cummings is the biggest mover in this race so far, Sean Peachin, who's gone from I gotta do math here real quick, 23rd to 9th. Meanwhile, troubles for Peyton Johnson, Robert Warrens, and Robert Lukens. See Cam still going. Let's check out where these guys are. Lukens continues to battle. Let's check on Robert Warrens. He's going well, so I like to try to at least check on these battles because you never know. There's Peyton Johnson in the 15 truck. He's got the tortoise, as I'm calling him, KC Duncan, right there in the 17. Why do I call him that? Well, one, being a former 4X driver, I've raced with KC. Super nice guy, super great team to be a part of. He's got a little damage on the right side there, but he will find a way to just slowly work his way around the track. He'll be the slowest truck out here. But once you wreck out of the race, guess who's in the top 10? It's that guy right in front of him. Drayton Cook goes around. And guess who goes by? You see what I'm saying here? He goes straight on through and passes you for position. It's the whole tortoise thing. I don't get it. Battle for 2nd. The Luke's going at it. Daniels and Knupp. Oh, Knupp gets a little loose on entry. "21 viewers watching this." Yeah, Knupp let him go. Just say, tell your friends about this. Tell me it's not fun. Luke Daniels, we talked about him being a surprise potentially in the podcast, which, by the way, we record on Sunday nights. Usually it's released on Mondays. Here for the GLSR. You can check it out on Spotify. The latest episode, we had Alex Cummings, the point leader, on there. Our first interview we've done in months. But it's just getting back into the rhythm of doing the podcast. Me and Sammy B, that guy right there, host the podcast. Sammy in the Dr. Pepper colored Black Horizon Brewery truck. Really cool paint. It's actually the paint scheme. Oh, hold on, Alex. The paint scheme that Bubba Wallace ran at the Road America road race last season is exactly what that paint is. Oh, boy. I've done it now. Casey Duncan had some kind of issue and went off track, and now he's off the pace. Oh, trouble up ahead here. I heard somebody smack the wall. Big wreck. Drayton Cook. I think it's Ikavachi there in that purple truck. And Josh Gagnon pile up in the corner there. Well, that would explain the off track. Casey went to the grass there to get out of everybody's way. Letting these guys go on by. He probably got a slow down there. And I think Drayton locks it up probably here, if I had to guess. Oh, no. Wow. I'll have to see this again. All right, so that's Peyton Johnson there on the inside. Here comes Gagnon. Here comes Drayton. Drayton just sends it in there. Oh, no. And then Travis nowhere to go. Sean Peachin around his teammate Barnes for 7th. All right, we're 5 laps away from the halfway point, so the question's going to be now, will we see who at what time on pit road? Robert Lukens and Ikavachi on pit road. Sean's doing a pretty good job looking at lap times right now. Sam Fontaine is by far the fastest right now with 37.9. He ran there. 38s for Luke and Knupp and Brandon Alfin, and Sean's right there in the 38s also. So it's going to come down to track position here in just a little bit. Who's going to get the good pit stop? Who has to get damage fixed? Whole lot of different things that have to take place. Check back here, Tim Abril in the 3 truck. Yes, the 8 and the 3 look alike, so it's easy to mix up. He's battling Jason Dalton right here. You got the Warrens brothers there behind him. Two trucks behind the wall, Dylan Glass and Chris Evans. Go back up here as Tuckness continues to try to hold off Blaine Sparling up the straightaway here into turn 3. Sparling running the Red Sim design with the pink on it. Of course, sort of the colors of the Angel Pixie there on the front hood. That's actually his partner, who usually watches on the stream at each and every Wednesday night, as you can too. As Both of them got a little sideways off the corner. Blaine Sparling looking. Decides to give it back. I don't know if he had an issue or something, he kind of backed off. So J.W. Miller, the only winner at this track's history, as we ran it back in Season 3, I believe it was. And what was a very entertaining race, and we might be leading up to it again here. Oh, Tuckness got a little tight off the corner. Here comes Blaine. And now here comes Peachin. And Telder on pit road. So here go the pit stops. I think Telder might be pitting a little early. Here's the 2 truck on pit road. Not sure. I mean, I'm assuming it's scheduled, but I would think you'd be waiting until you get to 16 to go to pit. But Telder is kind of unorthodox. He probably knows what he's doing, so I won't criticize. As he'll pull away. He might be trying to undercut some people too, so maybe he's doing an undercut on those who are pitting to try to gain track position on them and then gain the rest of the positions on those who decide not to pit. That's my guess there. Brandon Alphin past Luke Knupp, who has gone around. Luke Knupp going spins at AZ. Oh, you can see him already kind of getting loose on entry. Maybe wheel hops a little bit. And it keys up the barrier. Let's I want to jump on board Knupp's truck here. I want to see if we hear wheel hop. You heard it a little bit there, that bump, bump, bump. All right, more pit stops here. So Luke Daniels, Brandon Alphin on pit road. And Luke's having issues on pit road. Had to get into a stall there. All these trucks in, Alphin, Knupp, Sparling, Barnes, Bondurant. I still think they're a lap too early because the caution's going to come out as the leader crosses the line at lap 15. And we're at lap 13 right now. You still got one more lap here. Now, here's where Fontaine probably is going to... Well, here's the trick actually here. Fontaine could technically come off of the final corner coming to lap 15 and throw it on pit road at that moment and be fine. Tuckness, on the other hand, being 17 seconds back, he's going to have to come now if he's going to pit. So will Cummings, so will Peachin, so will Daniels actually already pitted. Now the question is, Peachin, sorry, and there comes Luke or Sam on pit road now. Too many things going on. All right, so the leader's in. Tuckness stays out. So now, well, let's see if Tuckness comes now. All right, so here's where Jonathan, being the leader of this race, there's the caution right there. So, all right, never mind. That was the caution lap. All right, so Fontaine, Alex Cummings on pit road here. And this is at the completion of lap 14, so the beginning of 15. That was the only part I guess I was kind of confused on was when that would be. So, all right, so Fontaine's going to get out of pit road here in third. So here's the other part, too. Did any of these trucks, are they coming full tilt right now? If so, these guys that pitted might jump these trucks that are not up to speed coming back to the caution. All right, so we're going to get everything wrapped up real quickly here for the actual pit stops. We're in our competition yellow. We're going to step away for a quick second and come back, get you ready for the restart in the last 15 of this race. It's a wild one here at Belle Isle as you're watching the WhoBats Grand Prix GLSR on the Captain Esports Network.
This is your chance to get behind the wheel. The opportunity to race just like the pros. From the grassroots levels, where we all got our start, to the most popular race cars on the planet. From the fairgrounds of Nashville to the high banks of Daytona, to tracks that will never be forgotten. Realistic driving, intense competition, all from the comfort of your own home. This is the ultimate motorsports simulation. This is iRacing.
All right, so there goes Tuckness past the line here, completing lap 15. So he should be catching the pace car here in just a second. Sean Peachin is going to be second right now. And from my count, oh, Brian Sutphin with issues coming to the trying to get to the pace car. I would say that's it's not a good situation, but I would say that that's kind of an embarrassing move. But I can actually confirm it's a really embarrassing move because I did that in an open wheel car a couple weeks ago. Thankfully, there was a reset. So Peachin is going to be second, and from my count here, I'm counting 1, 2, 3. 4. I'll have to check on Sean. My telemetry is not showing him being the pit road. But I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Telder's back on pit road. And oh no, Telder's destroyed. What happened to Tedler? Little argy-bargy here. Oh, he blew up. What was that about? All right, something must have happened before this. The investigation begins. All right, let's go right here. It shows. All right, that's okay. Something more had to have happened here. But here's the thing, Teller's nowhere near him. Teller's way up ahead. Oh boy, we'll have to figure out what the hell's going on there. Well, there goes a lot of people's fantasy teams. All right, pit road will be open this time, and should get 1 to go also and get this race back underway. So keep going before that. All right, I've been told to keep going back before that. All right, let's keep going. I'm assuming he said something about the I don't know, Detroit or whatever team you like, the Golden Knights or something. Anyways, let's see. Follow Telder. Get Sam Barnes in front of him. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. But he's got a destroyed front end already here. Oh! Alrighty then. All right, so now the cycle has begun. Everybody's on pit road. And Tuckness, obviously. All right, so let's All right, here we go. Tell her I'm doing this one for you, buddy. Luke, you got a copy, buddy.
God, now I'm gonna lose. Thanks. Thanks, Chris.
Hey, that streak was broken a couple weeks ago, okay? So that we don't have to worry about that anymore. But, dude, you're looking pretty good here so far. I know you've done a lot of road racing, as you and I both know, but what's it like driving a truck around Belle Isle, and is it fun, number one? And two, can you keep it up front?
First, it sucks. It's not fun. Truck drives like crap. Detroit drives like crap. And, yeah, well, it's, let's just say, I know Sam Barnes said this is a really fun time, but let's just say me and him have a very different opinion on the definition of fun, I'd say.
Well, we also know that you're very pro street circuits.
Yeah, I think you might have me confused with my other compatriot in the sending it on lap 1 department. That would be Telder.
Well, he's got his own issues back behind you, so. Yeah. No, so here's the question: obviously you got Brandon? You were faster than him. Look, you faster and up there in the long run. You got Fontaine restarting 8th. Is that far enough back? You think you can hold him off for 15 or 12 laps probably in the end?
I'm feeling better because I know it'll be hard for Sam to come up through the field like that because it is so hard to pass here. I think the big question mark is going to be if I can hold off Alphen and Knupp for the first few laps. Those are key, and I probably took maybe a little bit too much out of these tires on the outlap trying to do an undercut. But we'll just see what we can do. I feel good about my long run pace, but I definitely am worried about the short run because I lost spots to Knupp on the first lap, and it took a long time for me to get it back. So if one of them tries to send it, I might be in trouble. We'll see.
There you go. Well, best of luck. I'm sure Telder's ranting. We're out here talking about it in chat. So best of luck, and go get yourself a win, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I hope that happens.
Yes, as he loves street circuits. So Luke and I actually worked together in the Lionheart Retro Series on Thursday nights. I kind of like crew chief spot him, so to say. And that's one of the jokes. He hates street circuits with a passion. Cool sponsor in the truck though. Was it Rockford's Fosgate? I forget what pronounce. It's the speaker system. Yeah, whatever it is. We used to have those in our radio trucks when I worked in radio 10 years ago in Florida. All right, so 12 laps to go. We're going to go green. We're working our way through the early part of the track here, so we still got a minute or so. And want to remind you, check out the Great Lakes Sim Racing website. You can check out the team page on there and see how the team points look right now with the Lap 1 leaders leading that right now. Also got track history and all types of stuff that you can see on the website. Plus, again, you can do the fantasy racing and your chance to win a very cool prize from Buttkicker, which I actually won the first ever fantasy season. Right here underneath me, the Buttkicker. And Major's Garage Access Pass. A pretty good deal there you can win on the website. And while you're there, you'll see next week, and this one blew my mind when I saw this. For the first time in league history, next week we go to Las Vegas. 7 seasons, we've never been to Vegas until next week. How did we do that? That's one of the funner 1.5 mile tracks you can race. Now, granted, the first 3 or 4 seasons was mainly a Great Lakes focus, if that makes sense. All right, so the top 7 all pitted lap 13. Sam Fontaine lap 14. And then the rest of the field pitted under that caution. As we come to the green flag here with 12 laps to go, can Luke Daniels win his first career race? We'll see. Brandon Alphen looking for his first career win, even though he's already got a championship. Luke Knupp looking for his first win. Blaine Sparling also a champion looking for his first win. You got a trend here in the top 4. It's going to be wild. Green flag back out. The F-150 of Daniels leads him to turn 1. Here's Knupp and Alphen side by side for second. Everybody over the hill and through the woods. To turn 3 they go. Knupp diving it in there. He'll make the pass. Here's Bondo inside of Sparling. Everybody good again? Oh, hold on, Drayton. He about lost it. Oh, one car around back there. It's Frere. Yeah, that was kind of a mild manner wreck, wasn't it, for Telder? Usually his wrecks have somebody flying into the lake or into the river out here. AC Duncan doing his usual tortoise act here as he's going to fall to the back. Just lets everybody pass. He just minds his own P's and Q's. The only thing he does is ask, don't hit him. Just be respectful, go on around. And then when you wreck, he'll come right back past you. It's a weird strategy, but it works most of the time. As Averill passes Peyton Johnson for position and gets a little loose, both of them do, as a matter of fact. Peyton dives it back in there. Bonder, it looks like maybe had an issue or something. I noticed he's falling back. 23 viewers watching tonight. Appreciate all of you. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching and like, what the heck is this? You're not the only one, but this... Oh, no! Dalton gets hooked by Robinson. And now they're intertwined. Oh, and there goes Casey Duncan around. Both the 4X guys, unfortunately. Let's go back and see that again. Robinson was my sneaky pick for the driver of the race tonight, as he said he's got some good experience on road courses, but that wasn't so good. Let's see how this transpires. Oh, yeah, he comes off the curve down into Dalton, unfortunately. And about 6.5 minutes later, here comes Casey Duncan's going to get tagged right here. Who's that incentive packing? Look like Sutphin, maybe? Wait a minute, that's not weird. So let's look at this again. Let's explain it. We have a pure tag team move right here. So obviously this is not intentional. We have KJD2 underneath 4X. 4X is going to get in the side of KJD2, spin him out. There's this wreck happening. And then let's go back here to Casey Duncan, who drives for 4X. Brian Sutphin, KJD2. Whoops! That's not ironic. All right, Daniels, 0.8 of a second move or lead on Luke Knupp there. Brandon Alphen, Sam Fontaine already up to 4th, 2 seconds back. I'm going to run. Well, let me bring this situation up. Let's go back to the Roval last season. I forget the driver's name in that race, but he was super fast on road courses. And Fontaine did the short pit, got the lead, and this guy went up through the field past everybody until he got to Fontaine and couldn't get around him. Is the opposite potentially about to happen here? Fontaine get to Luke and Luke not let him around? That'd be interesting. I mean, nobody's going to let him around, but he's not going to let Sam pass him. Aaron Smith, thank you, Clark. Aaron Smith was stupid fast on road courses in this series. He went to the Roval, like restarted, I think it was like 15th. Passed every truck on the green flag run until he got to Sam. Oh, hold on, Alphen. He almost lost it. Fontaine's going to get around him. So Fontaine up a spot. Tuckness and Barnes back here having a fight. Is there a wreck over there? I think Sparling's wrecked. And I think he towed or something's going on. Camera issues. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Blaine Sparling and Sammy B. Did they wreck or something? Because they're both falling down the grid right now and have not moved. Oh, no. We just had... Oh, no. This happened... What league was I broadcasting for when this happened? So who did we lose? I'm assuming we lost Sam Barnes, Blaine Sparling, Drayton Cook, Casey Duncan, Peyton Johnson. Oh my gosh, bad timing for that to happen. I know there's going to be some mad people now. Oh, and Telegram, who cares? It's not the first time you've ever been kicked for something. Alpha trying to get around Canup there. Canup with a little defensive move against the inside wall there. And gets around him on the top side. So Brandon Alphen back to... Oh, no, and he puts it in the fence. And then Bondurant gets in him. Overshot the corner. Hopefully Bondo's nose didn't get too bad there. I'm trying to see a view of it there. Yeah, a little bit of damage on that 11. Hopefully not too bad, though. Yeah, I actually had that happen. Was it last night in the ARCA race? I actually got kicked during practice, and I'm like, I have not had this happen since my old computer. Natalie, I don't want to break the news to you, but Travis has been off track since lap 9. Sorry. Hope wedding planning's going well. Anyways, yeah. All right, couple battles here. Let's see Robert Warrens and Brian Sutphin for the 11th spot now. Oh, by the way, Fontaine's up to second, and he's only 9/10 of a second back. And did Tuckness just wreck? Oh, no, Tuckness has gone around. What happened to the Darlington winner here? Up the straightaway. We're going to watch this Daniels-Fontaine battle. On braking, wheel hop. Actually, him just came around on him. And here's the pass for second, by the way. As Fontaine passes Canup into the couple of kinks there before start-finish to move to second. So here we go. The battle begins. 6 laps to go. As Barnes has gotten back to pit road, I think. Yeah, there's Barnes coming back out. He's going to be pissed. A lot of drivers going to be mad after that. That's an interesting spoiler. Casey Duncan on pit road. Now, the thing about this track, there really isn't many places to pass at, but from what I've seen tonight, I mean, you can pass anywhere on this track, it seems like. If you just get beside him off a mistake. Fontaine's all over him. Oh. One thing about Fontaine is he will race him clean. Five to go. $70 turns left. Here he comes up the straightaway. This is the first place to pass. Defends the inside lane. Can Fontaine dive it in? He will not. Did I not put the ticker back? Whoops. There you go. I knew what you meant. So go past Lucas. Here comes Sam. Got to take the high line here as they go to the right-hander. Over the curb. Sam's got the edge now. I think Luke cleared him. He sure did. Now, once again, I'm doing the game capture tonight instead of window capture. So I have to hit a button on my OBS to actually get the ticker to show up on the screen there. That's why you didn't see it for a little bit, so my bad on that. Thanks for catching it, Mr. Cummings. 4 to go. I'm looking around really quickly. There is one other battle I'm going to jump back to in a second. I'm going to see what happens up this straightaway real quick. Sam's going to dive it in. Clips the curve, keeps it off him, clears him. And here's your other battle as KC goes wide. It's actually behind him. It's Sean Peachin and Alex Cummings. We got a couple battles here we're going to watch. Luke has got to make every corner perfect right now. Rockford Fosgate, by the way, is that speaker company. Oh, we got a little wide there. Sam's going to have a run here. Actually, he might have backed it up a little bit on that corner to hold him off. Sometimes you almost have to park the truck mid-corner to protect your backside. And that might have been what Luke did there. I know it kind of sounds like a bad move. 3 to go. Now we're going to go back to the straightaway. Here comes Sam. See if Luke pushes him wide here. He does not. He yields a spot. Fontaine got him. Clean racing out of two good friends right there. That's exactly what that was. All right, so as I look around now, the battle is kind of settled down with Sean and Alex. We do have this battle for 14th with Frere and Mike Robinson here. He's also known as Shaggy. Robinson makes the pass. Good pass there. Mike, an actual former 24 Hours of Daytona winner on iRacing. Tell you what, Luke has not let Sam get away. Sam makes one mistake here. Luke can take it back. Fontaine had a really good run off of turn 2 there, coming up to straightaway. Now, if you're Luke, take the second place finish. You've had a rough season so far. Take the second, move on, and get the points you can get. Oh, there's a comment I never thought I'd see in chat. All right, through the final section of corners. Hey, we got some brotherly battle going on here, by the way. Two Canadian brothers. Robert and Dennis battling for 11th, 10th, and 11th right now. But speaking of Canadian, the French-Canadian, Fontaine, 15 more corners, counting this one here. In the final lap, looking to officially put himself up as the king of the road course. Down to turn 3, all good. Got 9/10 of a second. Up onto the straightaway here, back straightaway for the final time, end to the fountain. Couple of corners left. So back in season 5, Fontaine showed up. We went to Twin Ring Motegi, ran a road course. That was win 1. Last season to Charlotte Roval, win 2. His third career win, all on road courses. The road course king, Fontaine, wins on Belle Isle. Daniels will finish second. Luke Canup will hold off Alphen for fourth. Sean Peachin comes back from 23rd to finish 5th. Alex Cummings will get 6th, and I believe will extend his points lead, if I remember correctly. This is probably, I mean, outside of Watkins Glen, I would say the home race for Fontaine. Being the closest to the Canadian border being right across the lake here, or the river. Sean going up to show his congrats. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed. We'll have to talk about the Sean Peach and Jinx on the pod next week. There's a reason why I didn't say his name of running well here. Sam Barnes said it, and I said, don't do it. And look where he started in the race. All jokes aside, great run for Sean. All right, shall we get burnouts? Might have to put out the old, what's his name, Jeff Gluck ratings scale and ask, was Detroit a good race or not? He does on Twitter. Barnes put it in reverse, backing it up to the start-finish line. Well done. All right, let's take a look at the finishing results here. As Fontaine wins over Luke Daniels, 7/10 of a second there. Luke Knupp third, Brandon Alphin fourth. Sean Peach in top 5. Alex Cummings finishing 6th. Jonathan Tuckness, good comeback for him, 7th. Matter of fact, this 7th, 8th, 9th, and even 10th all had issues in the race, and they came back to finish in the top 10. Great job by Tuckness, Dean, Abril, and Warrens. Dennis Warrens finishing 11th. Jason Dalton comes back to 12th. Brian Sutphin 13th. Mike Robinson 14th. Jeremy Frere 15th. Peyton Johnson, Blaine Sparling, unfortunately with the disconnect, 17th. I'm sure that'll be discussed after the race. 18th to Casey Duncan. Let's see, 19th to Sam Barnes. Robert Lukens 20th. Drayton Cook 21st. Justin Bonner at 22nd. Cam Ingram 23rd. Tyler Brewer 24th. Telder 25th. Gagnon 26th. Ikavachi and Evans, your 28 racers. And then let's not forget Mr. Glass. I'm not sure if he even started the race, but 30th. For him. And let's go back. A new little recap I like to do here. Podcast-wise, I'm trying to think back to who my picks were. I said I would run Sam. I said I would run... I can't remember now. I have to go back and listen to the podcast and see who it was. I know Sam was one. I want to say Luke might have been another. I think Bondo was one. And then I went with Mike Robinson. So got some guys in the top 15. I'll take it. So hopefully you had a similar lineup to that or better. And, yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let's talk to the third place driver, the first of the Lukes, who joins me in chat here as he's just been snooping in here. Hopefully he hasn't gotten into the drinks behind me in the cabinet. But Luke, welcome into third place finish here in Detroit. A wild race for you. Looked like just one mistake there mid-race, but otherwise a pretty fair race for you.
Yeah, you know, I surprised myself coming in tonight. Just didn't really put much practice in and did about 15 laps of practice in session right before the race. And I knew I just had to nail a good qual lap, and I did that, started 4th, and then had a great start, and I got up to 2nd. And then just kind of burned my stuff trying to get to Samuel. You know, I don't think anyone really had anything for him. You know, Luke held him off. The other Luke held him off for quite a bit. So good run for him. And, of course, Sam's just cracked.
Right. So, got to ask the obvious question here. Your opinion, like it, weird, didn't like it? What'd you think of road racing in a truck at Detroit?
You know, it's like it has its pros and cons. You know, I'm not a big street circuit guy. So if this is what it even is, but I mean, it reminds me of. I mean, it is on the streets of Belle Isle pretty much. So,
true.
just you know, I really like road course racing. I did a league earlier this week at Sonoma and won that. So
Nice.
knew would have some speed coming into this. Just didn't know where I'd stack up, and glad to get a podium finish out of this. Unfortunate for the guys who had their little dropout about 10 laps before the finish, but other than that, great finish for this red sim design. Shine, V Speed, below the double yellow series, Toyota TRD Pro. Another top 5. We're racking them on, and unfortunate I'll miss next week, but we'll be right back.
Absolutely, man. Well, still great effort, and it's your chance. Shout out to whoever liked you, brother.
For sure. I just got to thank Red Sim Design, PPM for the great team, all the boys there. Can't thank them enough. BTDY Series, Shine, V Speed. Again, Blaine for making this paint. He sponsored me this season, so glad I can get another top 5 for him and his company. That's 4 on the season out of 7 races I've done, and the other 2 I DNF. So build up some momentum and go get them in a few weeks.
There you go, my man. Well, best of luck to you here in a couple of weeks. Great job tonight. Go enjoy your evening, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. You too, man.
Sounds good. Looking up there, finishing in the 3rd position. Let's. I think he moved himself. All right, let's grab the other Luke, who's probably going to be disappointed in finishing 2nd. He might also be smiling a little bit. 1, because, well, he doesn't have to worry about another lap around his track. But 2, he finished his 2nd this evening, a career best finish in GLSR for Luke Daniels. Came ever so close to getting that win. You held him off for a little bit, but unfortunately 2nd for you.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, it's great to finally have a good result and show the potential that I feel like I'm capable of. On the other hand, oh God, 2nd sucks.
Yes.
I honestly think I might have been less upset if I was in 3rd, as dumb as that sounds, because just being that close and coming up short to Fontaine, that hurts right there.
Well, being a guy that's watched football and other types of sports, I've always said I'd rather be blown out in a game than be losing a close game or something like that. So I totally understand the feeling you got there. But was there a mistake made on your end that got him to that left side lane to get you there in turn 3? Was it just a great move on his part, or was it a mixture of things, or what happened there? Just talk about that pass that he made.
Yeah, it was it was a mixture of things, really. It's a lot of radio chatter, and I'm definitely the type to get easily distracted. And I finally reached down to hit the mute button, looked up, and screwed up my braking point there in the S's complex. And then coming out, I got tight and had to back out of the throttle early. That gave him a run. I mean, it was just my screw up there. And then I thought about trying to defend, and I guess I just guessed wrong, picking which side to go to. And he got around me, put the power down, and it just bogged in 2nd gear. Maybe I should have been in 1st, but it's always pretty dangerous around here with the set. It's definitely tricky to hold on to. So I think he just kind of outdrove me there.
I kind of wondered a little bit. I was thinking for a second, I was like, Luke could maybe push him out a little bit there, make him either get out of it or something. But yeah, you mentioned the bog deal happened there, and that kind of was it for. But you didn't let him go right away either. You were able to get to him, and for a second, I'm like, man, if he makes a mistake, Luke's going to get him back. But still, though, great 2nd place finish. Good bounce back, obviously, from the start of your season you've had here so far. Your chance to shout out whoever you like to.
Yeah. Thanks to Telder and the Lap 1 Legends and Bondo and Alex Cummins, everybody on the team. Really helpful. And actually, thanks to Sam, I mean, because he gave me a lot of pointers for driving this thing around this track, and I definitely picked up a few things from him. I wouldn't have been as fast as I was tonight if it weren't for him. So, as much as I hate him, I gotta say thanks, Sam, and thanks for telling me about poutine, because it is delicious.
Never had it. By the way, I'm more impressed that you said thing and the word track. I thought you would say thing and whatever you call this. I was expecting that out of you.
Well, there is a type of box that I would like to call the truck, but I don't think it's really okay to say that on the air. Just to say, it is a type of box for fecal matter. We'll leave it there.
Yes, well, we'll keep the crappy jokes out. But great job tonight, and yeah, go have fun. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, toilet humor showing up at the end of the race. That's a new one. All right, let's talk with our winner in the KJD2 team. as Fontaine gets the second win for that team this season. The king of the road course apparently here, Sam Fontaine, goes to Detroit and wins this race. It was not easy. Did you think for a second that your pointers might hurt you in the end?
Yeah, well, iRacing kind of got me there. Normally we don't get a drop to the end, but it happens, and I will remember it. I'm gonna do that again. No, but it made it really interesting. I had to drive everyone pretty hard, but as clean as I could. I think I did a good job to that, and Luke was like really good. He really surprised me in the truck. So no, it was a great race. Hopefully it went my way. I managed well enough to come back and pass like the 5 guy I had to.
Yeah, it was definitely a fight there for you. You worked your way through. But talk about the pass on Luke. He mentioned, obviously, apparently there was a lot of chatter going on at that moment, and he just kind of lost his breaking point trying to mute the people or whatever. But he said at the same time the move you made was obviously impressive, and he just made he picked the wrong lane.
Yeah, like people were really talkative at the end, so it was kind of hard to focus at some point. But yeah, I mean, I was working Luke for a couple laps. I was hoping. I started seeing at the end, like with 5 to go, that he was trying to pull away from me out of the corners, and it probably hurt him a little bit on his tire temp, and our tire probably evens out, and my only goal was trying to get a run on him, and yeah, I mean, it happens. Had to push a little going in the corner, and yeah, I'm really happy that it sticked. Otherwise, we would have been maybe talking to another guy for the winner. But yeah, no, it was a good race.
Yeah, it was a great race there. I was going to say, obviously, I know Luke's got his opinions about road racing on a street circuit, especially on a truck. But obviously, it sounds like you enjoyed it and definitely got the laps in tonight. So great job on your part. And now let's go get yourself an oval win and send shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, everyone in the team KGD2 did a great performance. Like, not an easy track. I think it's one of the trickiest we drove in the league in the 3 last season. So, no, definitely great job to all the teammates and all the practice we put together. Last week going to Vegas, gonna be fun. Everyone in the league, like, who practiced with us this week, like, it's always fun to practice with everyone, and so in that way, Travis, Sean, every guy, a brewer who work in the league and like made it happen. Like, thanks to all of those guys and you for the broadcast.
Absolutely,
again.
Man. Absolutely. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win, and go celebrate with your team. I know Jason's got himself a win there, and now you've got another one for them. So go enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Absolutely, buddy. That is Fontaine, the winner tonight here in Belle Isle. Congratulations to him. And getting that victory tonight for the team. And, no, I got to say it was a good race. I enjoyed it. I mean, hopefully you did. I did the best I could to make it fun, at least. So there was plenty of passing. There was mistakes. There were wrecks. It was everything you would expect on a street circuit. But in the end, only one guy could win. Fontaine did it. Made the pass on Daniels with 3 to go. And got himself to victory lane here this evening. So congratulations on that. All right, I'm out. I can hear my voice getting worse and worse by the second, and thankfully I don't have another broadcast for a couple nights, so we're going to go from there. But next week, back on the ovals, and to Las Vegas, as we'll hit that 1.5 mile track out there in Sin City for the first time ever in this series. That still blows my mind, but that's the way it goes. Sunday night, we'll be back in the channel for the podcast. Sam and I will talk about as we get closer to the playoffs. Oh, by the way, it's just a couple weeks away. We'll get that going on and talk about our drivers of the race here and recap Detroit and so much more. Make sure you check out that on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast and stuff. So, all right, we're out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. And as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. Cooperate with me. Thank you. And see ya.
Brickyard.